Hey, my name's Kendall. I've been going to the Refinery my entire life. I've grown up with this church. It's been my family as long as I can remember. Because I've grown up there, I've met my closest friends there. I've met the people that I now call family, and really like my biggest mentors I've met from this church. These are the people that have first introduced me to not only like who God is, but like how His love shines like in everyday life. And so it's just become my family for forever. Earliest memory was probably back at the old building, Sector 25. Back in elementary school, I remember first going into that room from like the little kids' room into the big elementary room. I remember thinking it was so big and it was so cool and all the helpers were so nice, and I loved it. In my spiritual journey, the Refinery has really introduced me to a love of church, which has kind of grown into my love of God. Growing up, it wasn't a question of like, are we going to church this Sunday? We were just always at church because it was our favorite place to be. And so that really grew my love to be in the house of the Lord, which I think just extended into my love of God because I was comfortable enough to continue to grow in my faith and ask those questions with people that I really trusted. And so I think it just kind of grew from that. Well, Refinery is such a community, so being involved in such a close-knit group of people has been so encouraging to me. And just that level of love and that level of encouragement consistently from that group of people has been so life-changing for me. The Refinery has changed my life definitely just by the love that it's taught me. I've been able to grow up with people that have taught me how to walk with Jesus in my everyday life, and that's just kind of bled through every aspect of my life and teaching me how to love and how to serve others and how to grow in my faith. Well, because I got to grow up in the Refinery and go through middle school and go through high school, when I was going through it, I didn't necessarily realize how many people were rallying for that ministry, if that makes sense. So now being on sort of the other end of it, I'm now almost graduated, which is insane to say, but being able to grow up in that, looking back, I can now see how many people were praying for that ministry, how many people were dedicated to that ministry. And so I have been blessed I got to be kind of like the product of that. And so this whole initiative has made me really excited because I got to sort of be the product of the last one, of the initiative. So I'm excited to be a part of this next one and help maybe to be that for the next person. I think worship is such an integral part of any student ministry, so having a space specifically enhancing that in the Next Gen building, I think is so important. I think it brings to life the passion that students have for God, and I think it's just really important to focus on in the Next Gen building. If you're considering supporting the Next initiative, I'd say this is definitely a cause that you want to be a part of. You're surrounded by people looking into the face of God and really listening to what He's going to do. And so I would just say, please be a part of what He's doing at the Life of Refinery.